Hey everyone, this is my Patreon-powered reaction to the 9th episode of Seto no Hanayome. And last episode was great because we actually had like a idol duel between our two idol girls, and I like idol stuff, idol performances, so I had a lot of enjoyment from that for sure. Especially because, they're on stage like battling, but they're also, still a little bit of like a little bit of skinship and obvious friendship closeness going on there, because they don't like hate each other or anything like that. Lunar has some animosity and stuff towards Sun because of stuff, but like they're still friends at the end of the day. And we did establish she's not a bad person by the end of the episode. She's still like living with Nagasumi. I think she's still a part of the cast, part of our circle of friends. Probably, hopefully, still going to school and stuff. So, yeah, we're kind of done with that arc at this point. So I am kind of sitting here ready to kind of see what the next arc is about. Maybe our other girl, like the one with like the long ponytail, I think it was, like the other important looking character from that one dance sequence in the opening. Maybe we'll get her this episode. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. But maybe we'll get something else. Let's jump on in and find out. 3, 2, 1, play. Are we starting underwater? So definitely mermaid stuff or not. Okay, I guess people can be underwater sometimes too. Fair enough. Oh, that's an anime character here if I've ever seen it. That's gotta be somewhat important character. My nose is itching, sorry. Oh, that's a guy's voice, alright. I mean, I assumed it was a guy from the hair, but still, disappointment. And opening, yeah, that's usually where it would be. So what's the deal with the guy in the submarine? Like, how is that going to connect to the characters? I wonder. I mean, obviously he knows Son. I think he mentioned her name, but like, what, childhood friend or something? I don't know. I guess we'll see after the opening. Man, I have never seen somebody so good with an air guitar before. Like, I can feel it as she plays it. I do like how they're like doing their big old performance like in front of the ocean, because it's like Sun's family would be there in the water somewhere, so it's like she's performing for them, even though we can't see them because they're would be like deep underwater. But because if that wasn't the case, they wouldn't be facing the water; they'd be facing us, right? Like if it wasn't a show about mermaids, they wouldn't be facing the water. Is what I'm trying to say. They would be facing away from the water, and the water would be kind of just like a nice backdrop. Bum, 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 bum. So our title? The Running Man. Okay. Battle Runner, I think is what it said in katakana there. Well, okay, let's go. That's one way to start the episode. And she is going to school still, so that's cool. Yeah, I think it's a crime to battle to damage an idol's face. She is not as petty as you are. She wouldn't do that. I mean, I used to play a little bit of volleyball in PE class in high school. I would do that a lot. I'd hit the ball and go like that direction by accident. So I definitely get it. We need better anti-fan security. Why are you face down, ass up? Oh, that sounds like the submarine. How? Wait, but it shouldn't be able to be here, should it? How is that even possible? Okay, he's this kind of character. Gotcha. I think I've seen this kind of character in a couple other shows, older shows. Sengoku era, okay. Mikawa Kai. I mean, yeah, Kai, kanji for, yeah, that makes sense. Did not. That is fake news over there. Well, yeah, it can't kill you with a fake. Oh, that was great. Undokai. Clever. Yeah, this probably goes against rules of society. That was so well done. It's kind of like the rule of three because it happened to, Lunar twice and then really paid off with the third one. Of course, he's a rich boy, Zaibatsu boy. Yeah, it's probably the one. Getting bested in council flashbacks. There's also a big Zaibatsu heiress character in that show. It's been a long time since I watched it, but I do vaguely remember that. They are much less impressive than people behind them. I'm just waiting for him to say milady at this point. I mean, he's probably broken a lot of laws in the last 5 minutes. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, Saru. I thought you were being arrested. Okay, she is not your bride, I can tell you that right now. That is not what happened. Killer whale. Yeah, don't worry about this stuff. Just Chunibyo boy over here. Yeah, this man trying to NTR you. I don't think you should put up with that. I love you, son. I love you so much. Could you be my bride? You look so much like a Yu-Gi-Oh character. Yeah, the good old days before just some random dude stole his daughter away. This is gonna be a case where she was nice to him once and then he fell in love and decided she's his now. I mean, that's more her fault than is yours. Don't worry about it. Yeah, if you're close enough to argue, then you're good friends. I mean, you're fine how you are. Don't worry about it. Some might be one of my favorite anime characters by the time this show is over. That sounds like fun. Close enough. I don't think I've ever seen House be played quite like this. It's probably not for everyone. That's not exactly normal either. And even her hair is sweating. Does she even remember that? Is everyone gonna have an interesting childhood story with her? Please do. I don't think he's impressed. But, son. I mean, that's sad, but that's the reality of it. Like, you're great in your own way, you're fine, but you're not Sun. It's... You don't want to do that, trust me. You will regret that. I'm just waiting for him to whip out a Yu-Gi-Oh card, I swear. Every time I see him. Doesn't help that they're like facing each other like they're ready for a duel kind of thing. Oh, man's really challenging you right now. I mean, I'm not going to say no to it. My Patreon link is in the description box below. You tell him, beat him up, pull his hair. Man, somebody might actually, despite my name with somebody in the hospital at this rate, like that looked pretty intense. Do you not like the outside because you spend all day in a submarine? Is that why you came from the bottom of the floor in the submarine? I guess that makes sense. Now I'm thinking about it, a submarine is kind of the perfect place for a hikikomori because they're constantly inside, but they still get to go places. Oh? Yeah. He did say something like that. How far you've fallen. Can't have been both ways. San is always right. You are not worthy to grab that hand. You're lucky she's so kind. Is he gonna lead the same way? I mean, I guess he would. I don't think Lunar was happy with this overall scene. Various memories, yeah, for sure. No one is probably gonna forget that anytime soon. Still don't know how that was even possible, but... Should have seen that coming. Yōkai, perfect time for Kai to show up. Are you even awake, Lunar? See the number? Sounds about right. Well, you are just some rich boy with a sword, so... Hey, come on, I think that wasn't done yet. Lunar. Please stop ignoring her. Really? I mean, yeah. Parents would come to this, that is a thing, but I don't think they're supposed to get that close and personal during the events. We start. Oh my, oh wow, okay. How on earth are you people not paying more attention to that? Like, Jesus Christ. Did she have what is to do, take off all of her clothes to get any attention from you guys? Is that a space? That's a spacesuit. Somebody take off the helmet. Those suits are expensive too, but, you know, he can afford it, so... It just looks so silly. Yeah, not exactly the best thing to run in. So I don't think you thought this through at all. Because, yeah, astronauts, do you ever see them run quickly? I didn't think so. They're usually just kind of like slowly hopping. Okay, we are that is not fair. But she looks good in it. I get it, but you know, the other girl looked good too. Please don't ignore. Dandy. Does that mean cool? Sure. Like space dandy. Ho 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 ho. Thank you. Is he dandy? I guess he would be. I think I heard that quote somewhere before. Different anime. Cheerleading competition, okay. Please let her do her thing, Lunar. She let you do yours. That outfit fits her oddly well. Probably because of her somewhat tomboyish appearance. It works. I'll beat away my frustrations. You know, they're really hard to read upside down. Huda Yasumi. Yeah, lunch break. That is part of it too. One of the best parts. Because you usually get to eat with your family if they come over. Like, yeah, like this. Onigiri? Fish flavored onigiri. Yeah, good job. It looks delicious. How does the father feel about this? The heart and everything. He's so dandy. You're married, lady. Yeah, that's a little bit less standard of a undokai lunch break meal. Well, I mean, the food's over there, just waiting to be eaten. Why are they always upside down? Because I usually like to try to read the Japanese signs and stuff if I can, but it's harder when it's upside down. Nice going there. Did it just break? Oh, good. At least it's not in space. That would be much worse. Also, that's surprisingly fragile. Smart thinking. Well, it still works. She looks pregnant. I kept it warm for you. Aren't you grateful? Oh no, you traitor! Scores aren't too different. Definitely a big gap that could be filled. I have missed you being on screen. You know, only lasted like 2 seconds, but she still looks great, so take what I can get. In fact, she's like the nurse or whatever, right? Yeah, infirmary sensei. So if somebody gets hurt, they would go to her, right? And you usually would. Some people usually get a little bit hurt during these sort of things because there's a lot of activity. So it would make sense to get a scene like that. But they might not bother. You just chasing the rules, don't you? I didn't know I wouldn't do that. Here we go. Yaku's a girl, of course she understands. I still enjoy these segments more than I should. Okay, so she does get a turn to cheerlead. And she does her own cheerleading. Oh, a storm is brewing. We gotta get really dramatic with this. Yeah, you can't let down her after seeing that face. That is quite the sight. You got rid of the leg part so we can actually run, I guess. I guess it's a loophole. It's almost like weighted training clothes. Oh, jeez. Okay, he's a lot faster without that. Trip him. Take off his helmet. He'll stop in his tracks. She's watching, man. You can't let her down. Oh wait, no, that's gonna affect the mermaids. Oh god, that's not gonna be good. And him. And him! He did say he was a member of the killer whale tribe or whatever, so. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. Hopefully nobody's paying attention. It's actually really cute. There's like the magic I'm using Splash. Okay, that's good. Otherwise that'd be really bad. Okay, I guess they're here for the rescue. Hey, that almost looks like a magic carp. Okay, this is a war submarine. I didn't know that, but of course it is. Yeah, use your scream. Good time for it. Or okay, that's not what I expected, but I guess that helps in its own way. This song though, what is that song? Oh, that wow was way too close for comfort. Well, everyone's dead. End of show. It's still raining. I don't know, it was crazy, wasn't it? Oh, and we're changing. Oh, she has nothing on, does she? Well, up top, I mean. That's good. And then the ED. That's what we end off on. But yeah, Lunar Sandler with not even a bra on, so. I think she's in front of her window too, so like facing it. It's quite bold of her. Yeah, that was a pretty exciting, pretty action-packed episode, you could say. You know, if I was a mermaid that was living on land, I would literally everywhere bring an umbrella. Like, because they have ones that can, you know, fold up pretty small. Like, always have one. There's no reason not to have one. Like, just have some kind of bag or purse or something you carry with. Keep it in there. The second you see a cloud, you whip it out. Before a drop of rain even falls, you whip it out. If somebody asks you about it, just say, I have sensitive skin. I want to protect myself against the sunlight. Like, there's no reason not to do that. Also, yeah, I think we added our killer whale boy, Kai, into this. Okay, that was the 9th episode of Seto no Hanayome. And my initial assumption, hope that our one ponytail girl from the opening would be in the episode, that did not end up happening. Instead, we got some what was it? Not Saikawa. Mikawa Zaibatsu, whatever. Our killer whale boy, another, well, not mermaid, sea creature, right? He's like a killer whale clan that he's a part of. He just kind of rides around in a submarine. That's his character, right? And he seems to think that Sun is his bride. Right, and I have seen a couple shows like this before, you know, where you got the protagonist, the love interest, and they're pretty much kind of mostly a thing, but usually a rich boy shows up with a bouquet of flowers and all his money and power and stuff, and he feels entitled to her. Like, I've seen a couple shows like that. I can't think of an example off the top of my head. Love Hina might have been one that did it. I know there's a couple shows that did it. I just wish I could come up with like a solid example, because I know that's a thing. I've seen it a few times, but oh well, it happened here. That's the important thing. But as we know, she is Nagasumi's husband, wife, right? You know, so he didn't like kidnap her and bring her to Saitama. She made the decision to come here because she made the decision to be his wife. So he really doesn't have much of a he's not really much of a position to contest that, but he's gonna try. Very similar to what we had with Lunar and Sun. You know, childhood memory that greatly influenced her going forward. We had that with him and Sun, who played house when they were kids. You know, he really appreciated her not like looking at him and just seeing a human-shaped a human-shaped stack of money, right? That's he appreciates her not seeing him that way. And they played house, and it was fun. It was quite silly. Her idea of house is quite unique, and I don't blame him for falling in love with her after that. But doesn't change the current situation though, unfortunately for him. And we got a decent amount of like Lunar being competitive with Sun, because that's of course going to be a thing going forward. Even though we obviously put a stop to the big conflict, obviously there's still going to be some headbutting there, some how dare you stand out more than me, how dare you be cuter than me, you know, things like that. Like, that's obviously going to be a thing continuing with Lunar's character, and it was right. She tries to kind of get up on Kai over here, but he's like, "You're fine, I guess, but you're no Sun," and that's really what it comes down to. Sun is the best girl, and just nothing she does really can change that. And we have the sports festival, Undokai, which is funny because Kai is his name, although it's Kai with the kanji for Doshin or whatever. So that's a bit of a funny thing there. The show has a lot of stuff like that, pun type stuff. I mean, it's just, that's why you see so many translation notes pop up in the subs. You know, back in the day, fan subs used to be a pretty common thing. So pretty nostalgic just seeing that. So the sports festival was pretty exciting. Of course, we had some like wagering and stuff like that, but did not go too well for him. For one thing, it's hikikomori thing he has going on, a bit of a hindrance to him. Like, he literally wears a spacesuit at some point. We got some pretty good outfits in the episode. Like, our one green-haired girl, she's the class rep Incho. The class president, that character, right? She did some stuff, but nobody seemed to really care or pay attention. It was quite sad. When Lunar gets all dressed up in a sexy outfit, everybody suddenly cares. It's really not fair. Of course, Lunar, when Sun tries to get some attention with some cute cheerleading, she puts a stop to that. That upset me a little bit that she interrupted that, because I was quite appreciating that. But you know, that is in line with Lunar's character, so I can't get too mad. But just I got a little bit mad at that. We had lunchtime, which was great, because like I said, in these sort of events, you know, halfway through you have like lunch usually, because usually the parents come to watch, and lunchtime is a chance to actually directly interact with them, because you get to eat bento together with them. It's a fun little thing, so that was cool to see. Sadu apparently just joining the enemy. That was not great. And the rain pretty much put us off to everything, because it seemed like he actually might defeat Nagasumi for a little bit there, but once he lost his legs, I guess it became a little bit more difficult. But yeah, we pretty much ended off with like a changing scene. It was just funny because I was watching it, because I saw because you pretty much see everyone on their backs, because that way you don't see any of the naughty bits. Because we see a couple of the girls in their bras, and I'm thinking, okay, you know, there's a little bit of fan service here. You know, then we see Luna, who didn't even have the bra to begin with, so just kind of like I could almost be viewed like her trying to outdo them, you know, because she's very competitive. I kind of took it that way, which is just so it made it kind of funny to me personally. And yeah, she just straight up stands in front of the mirror or the window. Like, imagine if somebody's outside, they would just get the best side of their lives. Actually, I can't even tell if San has a bra on or not, because her hair is just so freaking long that it blocks it. So she may or may not be wearing one. Actually, didn't seem like she was though, but I can't say for sure. With the Lunar, it's very clear, but Sonic can't quite tell. But the rain stopped, and that's really what we at the very end. That's what we got. But yeah, very exciting episode. Maybe next episode we'll get the new girl, but maybe not. Maybe we'll do more stuff with Kai. Maybe we'll get somebody else entirely. Maybe we'll get nobody. Maybe it'll just be maybe we'll get a date between Nagasumi and San, you know, because we haven't had one of those in a while. Like episode 2, I want to say. So, and that was like not even in Saitama, right? That was before we came over here. I think so. Actually, I'm not even positive now that I say that, but another date wouldn't go amiss is what I'm trying to say. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens next time. But that's all I really got to say about this episode. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I do hope you click the like button and support me on Patreon. And I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.